If you don't pay attention to what I'm about to say, life will humble you in ways you're not ready for. This is not entertainment. This is not feel-good talk. This is the kind of truth that hits you later in life when the damage is already done. And by then, regret becomes your loudest voice. Young men are raised on ideas that sound good, but don't hold up in real life. You're told that love is enough, that being a good man is enough, that if your heart is pure, everything else will fall into place. But the real world does not operate on those rules anymore. See, I'm about to share some things with you that many young men don't have passed down to them. And since I woke up one morning and realized that I'm an older man and an elder, well, I figured through life experience and what I've seen with other people and what has almost happened with me on different occasions, I'd pass it along. The world today is driven by value, not just emotion. And if you don't understand that early, you will pay for it with wasted time, broken confidence, and lost opportunities. Many men only realize this after they've been disrespected, ignored, or replaced. What hurts the most is that nobody tells you this up front. The truth is hidden. It's avoided. It's softened. Because facing it requires accountability. And many people are not ready for that kind of responsibility. But I'm not here to comfort you. I'm here to wake you up. Because once you see this clearly, you can move differently, think differently, and build a life that puts you in control instead of leaving you at the mercy of others. One of the biggest mistakes men make is thinking that potential is enough. You believe that your plans, your dreams, and your ideas will earn you respect. But in reality, respect follows results, not intentions. When your life is unstable, trust me, people see it. They may not say it out loud, but they feel it. And that feeling changes how they treat you. It affects how they listen to you, how they respond to you, how serious they take you. A woman may still be around you. She may laugh with you and even show you affection. But deep respect comes from what you demonstrate, not what you promise. And when that respect starts to fade, something else begins to fall apart quietly. You will notice the changes if you're paying attention. The tone shifts. The patience disappears. The admiration fades. And suddenly, you're no longer leading anything. You are reacting, adjusting, and trying to hold something together that is already slipping. This is where many men get confused. They think love will carry the weight. But love without structure, without stability, without direction, cannot hold a relationship together for long. Another trap men fall into is mistaking attention for commitment. Just because someone spends time with you does not mean they are choosing you. Just because they smile at you does not mean they see a future with you. In today's world, people have options. And when you don't position yourself strongly, you become just another option in someone's life. Not the choice, not the priority, just the possibility. This is why many men feel blindsided when things end. They thought they were building something real, but the other person was still evaluating, still comparing, and still deciding. And while you were getting emotionally invested, they were keeping their options open. Not because they are evil, but because they don't feel secure enough to close every other door. That truth hurts but it is necessary. Because once you understand it, you stop moving blindly. You stop giving everything to situations that have not fully chosen you. Respect is not automatic. It is not given because you're kind. It is not guaranteed because you're loyal. Respect is built through discipline, consistency, and most of all, results. When your life shows structure, people respond differently. When you handle your responsibilities, your words carry weight. When you move with purpose, your presence is felt. But when your life lacks direction, everything becomes questionable. Your decisions are doubted. Your leadership is challenged. Your position weakens. And once that happens, the dynamic changes. You're no longer seen as someone to follow. You become someone to question. And that shift can break the foundation of any relationship. This is why building yourself is not optional. It's necessary, not just for relationships, but for your own sense of control and identity. Many young men believe they have time. They think they can delay growth, chase distractions, and figure things out later. But time moves whether you are ready or not. Every year you waste becomes harder to recover. Every opportunity you ignored becomes harder to replace. And one day, you wake up and realize that the energy you once had is no longer there. At that point, regret becomes real, not as an idea, but as a daily experience. You start seeing what you could have built, what you should have done, what you ignored. And the harsh part is that nobody can fix it for you. Not relationships, not attention, not validation, because the foundation was never built. This is why you must take your life seriously now, not later, not when it's convenient, but now. When you focus on building your life, everything changes. Your mindset becomes clearer. Your confidence becomes real. Your decisions become sharper. You stop moving out of desperation. You stop seeking approval. You stop depending on others to define your worth. And with that comes options, real options, not forced choices, not limited paths, but the ability to choose what aligns with your life. That is the difference between a man who built himself and a man who didn't. One moves with control, the other reacts to whatever life throws at him. This is not about chasing money for the sake of it. It's about creating stability, discipline, and independence, because those things shape how the world responds to you. Ignoring these realities does not protect you. It only delays the consequences. And when they arrive, they don't come lightly. You will face frustration, confusion, disrespect, and the painful realization that you are not prepared for the world you stepped into. You will question yourself, your decisions, your path, and by then, fixing things will require more effort than it would have earlier. That is why awareness matters, because once you see clearly, you can act differently. You can build differently. You can live differently. And most importantly, you can avoid becoming a victim of your own lack of preparation. The truth is not always comfortable, but it's always necessary. And the sooner you accept it, the better your life becomes. Not easier, but clearer. You cannot build a strong life on weak foundations. You cannot expect respect without structure. And you cannot rely on emotion to carry what requires discipline. Focus on yourself. Build your stability. Strengthen your mindset, because everything else depends on that. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop hoping things will just work out. Start creating the life you want with intention and effort. At the end of the day, the question is simple. Are you building a life that gives you options, or are you drifting into a future filled with regret? These words may seem harsh, but if you're in your younger years, or no matter what time you're in, you have to start now. It's very important to take the bull by the horns now, because life will look very much different from you when you get into your older years. I see a lot of young men who were young men who are older now, who have nothing but regrets to look back on, and that's not a good feeling at all. I thank the Creator that I pulled myself through and I did right by myself, because I can't imagine myself living different than I am now. And the future for me at the age of 63 looks bright because I did the work that I had to do to set the foundation and not stay in the area of chasing pleasure. And you know what? The funny thing is, pleasure is still here and I'm stable. I hope these words affected you in a good way. It's the truth. I want all of my young brothers to heed it and have a wonderful life, because the time moves fast, and it moves even faster when you make the wrong decisions. Build yourself up. That way, you'll always have options. LanceScurv out. I love you all. Let me know what you think, and let's continue this discussion. Peace.